On this week's episode of I-45 Confidential,
I still have a lot of playfulness in me. When I meet people, they're not as playful as I.
I do have my own favorite plus one, though. I may have 10, 12 friends, but I do have my plus one.
make a new friend, you like them, and then like you come in the room and they're like doing drugs.
Do you really have white friends? And I'm like, yes.
We hit it off pretty good, and we end up being friends outside of work. I would consider them a friend.
You are about to witness a conversation, a confidential conversation between lifelong friends. For more than 3 decades, they've laughed, cried, yelled, danced, traveled, and learned together. They are experts in nothing but experienced in life. Welcome to the conversation, and welcome to I-45 Confidential.
Today on I-45, we're going to talk about adult friendships and all the things that intertwine with that. On the show today, we have Elise.
Authentically Elise here. I am rock steady and I'm ready. So let's go.
Let's go. All right, then. We got Kim.
Hey, y'all, it's me, Kim, the social butterfly. I'm always sleepy, but it's all good. I'm here.
And we got Mo.
I'm the one that had the baby at 40. That's it.
That's it. I'm Rochelle. And today we have in the house with us a special guest. We have Mac in the house. Mac is a friend in Sam Houston days for over 35 years ago or something, 30-something years.
All of them met around
Well,
time.
yeah, because y'all went to college. I went to Paris.
Yeah.
Mac?
Did you hear how she said that?
She
Y'all went to
did.
college, I went to Paris.
Yeah, she did. That's how she said it.
Dismissive.
Yes. Mac, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. So we're gonna talk about adult friendships. Can you share a memorable story about making a friend as an adult? Have you made friends as an adult?
Well, that's the part I was thinking about right there. So, I think all my new friends actually come from like coworkers. So, with some of us, we hit it off pretty good, and we end up being friends outside of work. So, I would consider them a friend.
What does it look like outside of work, though? Like you do sports with them?
Yes.
You call and check on, like, what does it look like?
Yeah, we talk a lot and different things, and actually, we talk about other people at work. So,
That's how the friendship is formed.
A bonding experience.
See that motherfucker did?
yeah, so that's how I got started. But then, yeah, we hang out, we go happy hours and sporting events, stuff like that. So, consider them good friends.
What about neighbors?
Are you friends with your neighbors?
Yeah, you friends with neighbors?
Yeah, I think I was going to say automatic coming. But yes, I got 3 really good neighbors, really good guys, all single.
All single?
Yeah.
Now, when I asked you if you have friends,
But he know them, so you don't want to.
Yeah, that's that part.
See, there
that
you
part.
Oh, okay. They're single for a reason.
There you go.
Yeah.
wow, okay.
He said good friend, good single friends is what you had said.
They're good at being single.
Yes, they're very good at being single, actually.
You know,
So-
that's okay sometimes.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Or a lot of times.
You know, I haven't made a lot of friends as adults. You know, I was thinking today, Kim and I really don't know each other, but I know her through you.
Yep.
And there's an automatic thing with that. So I feel like I'm friends with Kim because Kim is friends with you and friends with people that the friend of my
mine
friends
is my friend.
is my friend. Now,
That's not always, I don't feel that way.
it's not always the case,
Yeah.
but in this case, I feel an affinity with her because of that. And then, you know, you're hanging around with her, so she must be all right.
She got to be all right.
She gotta be all right.
You already know.
We already
But you know,
that.
I remember Elise used to have her neighbors that she used to have in, was it Grapevine?
You talking about, yeah.
What's the
Yep.
guy's white guy? He was so
The redneck?
cool. Yeah, and
He was.
and he did not care, but he cut for her and the family.
Yeah,
So
both of
sometimes
them
if
did.
you have good
Yeah,
neighbors,
I'll talk to
it's good
Lisa.
to keep
No, at least got good white friends.
wholesome ones.
Premiums.
Wholesome.
Well, premiums.
I
Premiums.
always
are
do.
living. Always
Sometimes
have,
I feel
always
like
will.
I've had people ask me as recently as few years ago, like friends of mine, like we, our kids went to school together and stuff. We're talking about when Jordan was at least in high school, so at least 10 years ago. Asked me like, "Do you really have white friends?" And I'm like,
Yes.
"Yeah." How I was gonna come here straight from Trinidad and Tobago at the time into a predominantly white neighborhood? You think I was staying in the house? No, we're gonna go make friends. So yes, I have always had white friends. Do I consider everybody my friend? No. People say, how do you trust them? I'm like, what does that mean? Everybody starts on the same level with me.
Yeah, but this is the thing, and I have a theory about this. Every white person I've ever known, ever, has pulled rank. Doesn't mean that they don't respect me, love me, and we're
You've
not
said
friends.
that before to me.
But there will be a moment in time where they understand that they have white privilege, and they will pull the card. Not necessarily against me, but I see them do it.
I've never, my friends, I've never seen them do that.
What's funny? You
Not
said that.
G, not J,
Yeah.
not
The premiums.
The premium.
as Kim calls them.
I love them. I love them, and they love me.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all.
And so I'd have to think back to some other, I have white friends, but it's not like,
You know what's crazy? I don't have any white friends.
but
I mean, your husband was.
So what's your point?
he wasn't your friend? Was.
Yeah, but okay. Yes, he was, or they were, because I've had two. They were, but we did not have friends. Like we were just together. And then when we started making friends outside of our relationship or making friends as a couple, we did not make friends we made friends with black people. We live in where I tell y'all from the hood. So he was the postman with the pit bull dragging the two light-skinned kids around the block. And our friends, his friends, they were all black. Whatever, but I don't have any white friends. My sister-in-law is, and I love her to death, but
But the question really is, have you made any friends as adults? Like, what are your adult friendships?
what did I say? I don't have any white friends.
No.
Even as
I said adult
Oh, I'm so sorry.
friendships.
Rochelle
As
is
an
probably my
adult.
latest adult friend.
Yes.
She's probably my latest. I do have...
But I don't count because I come with years,
Legacy.
Yeah, I mean,
I come with
I was
legacy.
just saying you don't count because I've always heard about you.
Yeah.
So I knew you existed. I just didn't.
And you knew about me,
right,
who I was.
right.
And
Yeah.
look how seamless this friendship has been.
Yeah, it has.
Right, because it does feel like a 30-plus friendship,
Yeah.
30-plus year friendship. But yeah, I just, and it's not that I don't want to make friends as an adult. I would love to. I would love to make adult friends. It's just that I think that other adults, they're adults. If that makes sense. I'm an adult.
No, I'm
but
gonna
I
need
still
you
have
to.
I still have a lot of playfulness in me.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I meet people, they're not as playful as and they don't think that the playfulness is funny or cute or, because they're old.
No, I get what you're saying. There are definitely people I've met. I'm like, yeah, they're too serious for me.
Right.
And maybe that's not fair. Maybe they feel the same way we do about that. Because I like to play and have fun. And yeah, I'm an adult when it's time to adult. But I like to fucking play and be silly. And I want to be able to be myself around anybody. That's why I say, like, yes, I have friends. And I only call them friends if I can be myself around you.
Correct.
Everybody else
And
is
that's
different.
the question. So at what point do you consider them a friend? Or when do you consider that's my friend now? So
We got to go through some shit together.
Yeah. We're going to have to.
That's always a deciding thing for me. We got to go through some things together.
We have to really go through something.
I got to see how you're going to react.
There's something that's going to make us bond.
Yeah.
Something is going to make us bond. And I'm going to be able to see that I can trust you. Now you're going to be my friend.
then you're just acquaintance? Or?
Yeah, absolutely.
See, I don't feel that way.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like a relationship. Like you're drawn to that person, and then there's almost like a falling in love period, but a platonic love. Do you know what I mean? It has to be. I have to be drawn to that person for any reason.
They can start there.
Yeah, and then once we bond in that situation, I don't make friends as an adult in that way at all because I'm not interested. I'm not interested in making friends like that. I have a large family and really close friends. Mm-hmm. When I don't consider many people to be my friend. I have a lot of acquaintances.
Right.
But I ain't gonna put no money on your books. I'm not gonna help you move.
So whenever I introduce you as my friend, I mean that. And that would hurt some people's feelings. Like, y'all met my friends, my neighbors down the street. That was, and I introduced them as my neighbor. And they were offended by that. And I was like, listen, let me tell you who I am. I'm not saying we'll never be friends. I'm just saying we've never been through anything. And until we've been through some shit, we can't be friends because I need to know who you are. And I don't know who you are until I've seen you go through some shit or we've been through some shit together. How about that?
I see on Facebook, it's weird because now it's popping up on my Facebook where they have this group where it's women over a certain age. They're looking for friends. Mm-hmm. And so they have a picture of themselves. Hi, I'm 40. I just moved into the area. Right, I do this. I was like, I don't feel right about this.
But you know what, Shell? Some people, listen, we were just talking about this earlier.
Kobe.
Yeah, because it's hard. It's not just us. These kids have a hard time having real friends like this. Like this. This is 30 something. This is damn near 40.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So people don't have friendships like that. They don't, and it's hard for these
And
kids.
folks are jealous
with all
too.
the
Folks
all
are
the
jealous
social
of
media and
friendships
stuff,
like a
and
friendship.
this shit ain't easy. Being friends with y'all ain't easy.
No.
Bitch, it ain't easy with you.
I know that, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not easy. It's never been easy. It's always been worth
But
it.
see, like with you, you're saying that, and
Yeah.
I get it, right?
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying. But with you and I think we've always had a very easy friendship.
Yeah.
From the time we met in school until now. Like we said the other day, I think it was you.
Yeah.
You said it like, this is the most we've seen each other, the most we've talked in years. And it is the
decade.
truth because we've had such an easy friendship. Like we might not have talked for months and then pick up with the conversation.
But it wasn't as a friendship. Like, you were my roommate.
Right. Oh,
And we
know each-
never
right.
argued. We never.
But I think it's because our
Had a fight.
personalities are so very similar.
Is it though?
I think we're just both laid back, and it's just what it is. Yeah, that's what I think it is.
We never had a big falling out. And
No.
but outside of that friendship, you're gonna go through some things with and I don't mean you're gonna argue with your friends. I just mean I need to see you in a situation where I know
Right.
that bitch got my back.
Yeah.
Right.
Literally.
And how you talk about other people is a big indication.
Like I know, like I said earlier, like Kobe moved there to Austin with Callie, and at one time Callie was kind of like, I won't say struggling, but she's a little bit more active in things now. She plays softball. She on a softball team, and they play kickball and all of that. But when she first moved to Austin, all of her friends had moved back here to Houston. She was kind of struggling, like she didn't really have any friends there in Austin. So now Kobe is there in Austin as well, and all of his friends are in San Antonio. So it's a struggle, I think, because she was saying like he doesn't have anybody outside of us. He doesn't do anything. He's just here. He just has us. But it's hard. And it's really weird for me to hear that he has no friends outside of them there in Austin, because he's always the one that'll walk up to you, and he's friendly, he's talked to you, and then when he introduces you, he will say, this is my friend. He could meet you, Mac, and talk to you 20 minutes and then introduce you as his friend or call you this is my friend. You don't know that person, but to him you're a friend. So it's weird to hear that he doesn't really have friends in Austin. That's weird to me. And
But being friendly doesn't make automatic friends.
no, it doesn't. But he
Yeah.
considers most people his friend.
Yeah.
Or growing up, I would tell him, baby, that's not your friend. That's just somebody you know. No, Mom, that's my friend. And
Until
yeah.
proven otherwise in his eyes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And my problem is I'm the friendliest introvert you'll ever meet.
I will never call you introvert. I don't care how much you say it, Shell.
Yeah, but I
It
really
works for her and the people in her head. They say
It's got to be people in her head.
No,
You're
I'm-
not an introvert. It doesn't mean you're not private, but you're not an introvert.
okay then.
You can't be an introvert. I'm an introvert. I'm more of an introvert than you are. I'm
you
an
are.
introverted extrovert. How about that? But when I met you in 7th grade, like less than a quarter of a mile, right down the street, right outside that door, and I could point to it. You're like, hi, my name's Rochelle. What's your name? Like, that is not introvert behavior.
Yeah, but doesn't mean I really like people.
It
that
doesn't mean that either, but you're not an introvert.
much. Yeah. I'm not afraid of
You
people.
can hold a conversation with anybody.
Yeah, because I'm not afraid of people.
Okay.
And I learned that from my mom. And I it's really interesting because I noticed a lot of people aren't like that. My mom was very humble. Humility means no one's better than you, nobody's worse than you.
Absolutely.
And because when you really truly feel that way, you understand we're all on the same level. So I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of authority. I'm not starstruck. I just it's not a thing I've ever had. And so it's always given me they say it's confidence, but it's just everybody's exactly the same. I've always seen it that way.
I was a Navy brat, so we had to learn how to make friends, because you may be with kids tomorrow and then everybody's getting deployed and leaving. So it was easier to learn how to talk to people, to say, hey, you want to come outside and play? Because if you didn't, you was just...
You was on short time with them.
Yeah,
Always.
yeah.
Well, you asked them if they wanted to play. I told them, but I'm tell you what we're gonna do, because there are leaders and followers. I'm just
You
saying.
made your choice.
I mean, you made your choice.
Yeah.
Okay, you can be here or not. I mean, next.
I don't know. The whole making. And I've said this before. I'm charismatic, and
Very much so.
So I say, like, I'm not really friendly. I'm just charismatic. You're drawn to me. I'm quiet when I meet you because I'm filling you out. But once I get to know you, then it's a little bit different. But I'm charismatic. I'm not necessarily friendly. That's just me. Like, sorry, I have a little.
Okay,
light
but
to me.
have you How many let's put a number on it. Since you were 30 plus, right? Mm-hmm. How many adult friendships have you made? Friendships. I'm going to go around the room. Go ahead, Kim, because you...
I'll say, and I say this quite often, the number, I don't know. I don't really know. But I will say all my friends are here in Houston. How I made friends in Houston, I don't know.
For me, I don't live here.
Yeah, not you. But I don't know how I made so many friends in Houston, being that I don't live in Houston. I've never lived in Houston. I should say probably maybe I was 3 or 4. That was the last time I think we were in Acres Home. Family's here. I have...
No, but you made 2, them in Houston because you were
on social media. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I was on social media in different groups, and that's how I made them here. I would come to Houston. They would do different things, different picnics and things like that, and that's how we became friends. Hang out, go to clubs, supporting different people, and so that's how we became friends. I'm in more groups in Houston than I am in San Antonio.
But that's relevant because we're talking about making friends as adults 30 plus, but that's how you
that's how I make them.
Go about it now. People with the same interests.
Huh?
You say they're friends?
Yeah. They are my friends.
Absolutely.
Without Val, 100%.
We had your birthday party.
Yeah. 100%. They are my friends. And I feel like I know them as well as, or as long as I've known you guys. Mm-hmm. They are my friends. I have a good friend in San Antonio. So when people say, you don't have any friends in San Antonio? Yes, I have a great friend in San Antonio, D. I love her. And then I have other friends. But if I'm going to hang out with somebody, I'm going to go be with D. Mm-hmm. She's going to call me. Because she looks out for me. And from the moment I met her, she's always looked out for me. So that to me is a friend. You're looking out for me. Somebody who's and the people here in Houston, they showed that they were my friends. Val didn't even know me, and she was opening up her home. Hey, you and Prina. Actually, I have a couple more friends there, but she said you, Prina, and Kim can come stay at my house. We don't know her. But guess what we're doing? We're going to go stay at her house. Not only are we staying in her house, even now, maybe 9 years later, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years later, I go to her house. She lets her sleep in her bed. Just like with you. I go get in her bed before I go anywhere else.
I bet you don't get in bed with me.
I bet I do.
Men on fire, okay? Men on fire. Men on fire.
But real. Those, I consider, they're my friends. Yeah, 100%. I love them. I love them all.
So less than 10? Less than 5?
Oh, I'm sorry. The number
30 plus. Yeah.
30 plus, at least 20. And that's maybe 20, 25.
25 friends.
25
friends.
What did I say?
I'm just confirming, not a question.
If that's what she said, that's what she said.
Yeah.
Okay,
25 friends. Yeah. Yeah.
I've only had one.
One
since I turned 30. Everybody else is my husband's family, which don't count. I have to be friends with them. I have to like them.
You don't have to.
No, you absolutely do not.
Well, I'm just saying. I think it's a requirement. But that's different. That's called family. That's not friends. I've only met one friend.
Okay.
And I'd take a bullet for her. I literally would. I would. And it felt like I saw her and she saw me, and we were drawn to each other. Really drawn to each other, and it was immediately like that. That's the only friend that as an adult I've actually met.
As an adult, 30 plus adult.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Only one. She lives in South Africa now. We both lived in Paris at the same time. Meza. Mm-hmm. She's South African. And I consider her to be family almost. That kind of friendship with her. I trust her with my life. I love her. I literally take a bullet for her. But I have no one else. Everybody else I've known before. Like when I first got to Paris or here, I don't even feel like I want to even meet them.
It's a lot of energy to put in.
But
y'all bitches take up all my fucking energy, all of y'all.
Yeah, no. And then not only that, my husband, the way our relationship works, or it seems like it's a closed circle. Mm-hmm. He likes to have a closed circle. Mm-hmm. And so that's not for everybody, but I respect that of him. That's what he wants. That's what we have. So we don't have people coming to our house inside of our relationship, inside of our home. We just don't.
And you, Mo?
I'm sorry. Just because two of y'all are married, but do you have couple friends?
No.
Okay.
No, he has guy friends, completely separated. He can go see them or whatever. I have you guys, which is totally different. Mm-hmm. But there's no such thing as having a couple that's American. And people that can get really messy really quick.
Yeah,
Or not.
because when the breakup happens, who do you go with?
It's just a lot of things because people in their home, they see things. They don't say things. And you may be friends with the husband, but you may not be friends with the wife. Or you may like, you know what I'm saying? There's a whole
Like
bunch
one
of
better
stuff.
than the other. I got it.
It's not, and so they don't consider that. Family's one thing. Family comes in, family, it is a sacred place. And so he doesn't want outside influences. I can't explain that. And I have to respect him for that.
I like the way you said that it's a sacred, your home is a sacred place.
Yes.
Because too often we don't treat our homes like that. It's a sacred place. I'm sorry. You, Mo?
I have
30 plus.
no, believe it or not, I would say as far as friends, after 30, I would say 12. 12 really good people because we all work together and we worked together for so long that
He had
before
trauma
they
bounding.
before they had kids, before they were married to people, I knew them. You know what I'm saying? Now there's always, I do have my own favorite plus one though. I may have 10, 12 friends, but I do have my plus one. Y'all don't count.
We're
But
family.
My plus one has been my friend for, let's see, her son is now...
Tangy.
Yeah, her son is now, Devin is 30. I met her when he was 3.
I was about to say damn, but then I'm Jordan 28.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's different. But usually it's just said, it's some kind of bond, something that makes you click with them to where you're like, okay, yeah, and they're still there. You see what I'm saying? I could pick the phone up and I can call a couple of these people without saying their name because I haven't talked to them and say, hey, can I mention you? But pick up the phone and be like, what you doing? And just pick up. You know what I'm saying? I have one friend, when she calls me, she'd be like, bitch, I have not heard from you. Bitch, what you doing? What's going on, bitch? I mean, that's my middle name that she gave me. Bitch is my middle name for her. But some people is just cool like that. You know what I'm saying? They're just down to earth and they tend to stay with other people who are like them.
Birds of a feather.
Yeah.
And you, Mac, did you say? Have you said?
He did. I
how many?
haven't. He did. He said, it's my turn to talk now.
Oh.
I'm just,
He said he had coworkers.
I'm just joking.
He said he had coworkers.
No, but the question was how many
Adult friends.
Adult friends.
Yeah,
You're the
so-
number.
After 30.
After 30, like I said, just co-workers. I haven't really met nobody new. Because, I mean, I really never... When I go somewhere, I'm going to go with my co-workers or with family or whatever like that. And I can say some family members have friends that became my associates. I guess I don't really hang out with them to events or something. So I don't know if I consider them friends, but I know we cool like that. So it's a part in there where I might consider them a friend, not to say that it's going to be a do or die type friend, you know, but... So, but
Those levels to that
And
shit.
I was just going to say it's levels to friendship.
I don't have levels. I have one level.
Whatever.
But no, this is me.
Yeah, I know.
This is why y'all my friends for this long. I don't have levels. There's one level. Have we been through some shit together? Can I trust you? Do I know you? Do you know me? Boom. After that, everything else is gravy. It ain't gravy because y'all bitches work my fucking nerves. But
She act like she always the good one.
no, I'm not. I'm not always the good one. I'm not always the good one. Absolutely not. I know that. Y'all put up in my ass too. But it's less.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? We're back to levels
It's
again.
less.
We
Yeah,
have
but
levels.
we all play certain roles.
We
though,
have our roles.
And the friendships, we know our roles.
Yeah, but shit, I didn't talk to you probably about 10 years.
Yep.
Has shit ever changed when you came back and talked to me?
Not once.
Okay. Never, and it never will.
Yeah.
Because I consider you a friend. And I don't say, oh, that's my friend.
No.
That's my friend.
Yeah.
And if I say friend, it's almost like saying that's my family.
Yeah.
Y'all have all here been to or met my family, whether it was my mom, my cousin, whatever. And everybody else come around my family.
No.
That doesn't happen. So, because I'm very protective of them. But no, my friend is my friend. So, yes. Do I have adult relationships I've made since 30? A few. And I've only lost one friend ever.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't, are we at
It
liberty
was a
to
little
speak about her?
traumatic. Yeah, I'm not going to say her name, but yeah. We'll call her L for
For
the
loser?
loss. No, for the
Okay.
loss. For the loss. Let me tip one for the homie.
Okay.
It is her loss, though. Yeah. It was a drunken night, unfortunately.
I remember that.
Ooh, wee.
Yeah.
Losing.
I wasn't there, but I remember the story about the
Yeah.
lies, the deceit.
It wasn't like I don't even. When it happened suddenly, and it was done. Because for me, when I can no longer see that friendship like it was, I'm done. If I can't have the friendship I want the way we had it or the way I want it, we're done. And we were done. I was done.
I think
Because I lost trust. I lost trust in the way that you handled me.
Right.
Even in a drunken moment. Because in a drunken moment, I would expect everybody in
Yeah.
this room to make sure I'm good.
I would
Yeah.
fight for you, girl.
Exactly.
I think when you lose trust in someone, you're no longer safe. I think we've had
I'm
that
not
conversation
safe.
before.
That's right.
You're not safe with them. Like, I'm safe with y'all. I know I'm safe with y'all at all times. And I know anyone that I call a friend, I am safe with them.
That's exactly right.
So
My barometer is, will I take a bullet for you? And I mean that literally. I remember when I realized I didn't love my ex-husband anymore. One time,
no, I was thinking.
okay, thank you. I remember this one time somebody that came to the door, and when I opened the door, they were asking me some random question, and I saw them looking over me. And all of a sudden, you know how you get that feeling? This is something's not right? And I remember thinking, if he pulls out something, I'm going to shield my buddy to protect him. I remember thinking that very clearly I would do that. Whatever I do to protect him, whatever happens now with this guy at this door, I'm going to protect him. And then at one point, I didn't feel that way anymore. And I realized the love had started to fade. It started to fade. And I have the same with this one. You know, will somebody come in shooting, will shield my body for you? Yeah, I would. Now, there were months when I wouldn't.
But see,
I think that was menopause. I thought that was menopause.
Yeah, I was saying you can't choose this week to save your life.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but sometimes, you know, it's like the circle of trust. Sometimes you're in, sometimes you're out.
Sometimes you're out.
You know what I'm saying? Because
you're out. You're outside the circle of trust.
Right, no.
Michelle, you're outside the circle of trust.
you know,
And it's usually always her.
No, we've all been outside the circle before. Let's be real.
yes.
But not as often as
Yeah.
Not as often as Shell.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, when we were all separated, y'all left Sam and I was there and we went on with our lives. The person who always brought me back to the group, without a doubt, and I've said this 100 times, is Reese.
Yep.
Reese couldn't find, if y'all didn't know where I was, Reese was able
Find your
to
ass.
call my grandmother every single time she wanted to know where I was. And my grandmother would call me, please call her. Please, this is her number. Call her. Reese is who constantly brought me back to the friend group.
Do we have that again? Because remember back in the day that you could always do that. Find somebody who you could find to find the person that you want. Is there any
You
way?
can find them quicker now. It's
You think so?
2024.
Okay, I don't know. I ain't look for nobody. And I
Look
ain't
at the
off.
first thing you do is look at their social media. Absolutely.
Everybody don't have social media.
Most people do.
Yeah.
You have one too.
but
You're
people-
not active, but you have one.
Yeah, one form or another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she was always going to find me and bring me back, put me in contact with everybody, bring me up to speed. This is what we're doing, da 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 da, blah, blah, blah. I'm thankful for Reese because shoot, if it wasn't for Reese, I won't say I wouldn't be sitting here, but Reese, to me,
She gives everybody.
for me.
Even if you're looking at somebody,
while-
you can call Reese. Like,
Right, while
Have you heard
you're-
from that bitch? What's her
you're-
number?
While at least you're like the anchor of all of us, Reese to me is a linchpin. Like she brought me back.
Yeah.
She pinned me back into the group, into the fold.
I think with a lot of friendships, they don't evolve. Do you know what I mean by that?
Absolutely.
Like I know you're an adult. I know I'm an adult, and I've seen you grow from an adult, and we've evolved. But some of the friendships don't. People don't evolve. Some people, the best they ever were was high school or
Right.
college, and they never moved from that. That's when I have
And ain't that
a
the truth?
problem.
Listen, that one hits home. It's real.
That's true.
Because you feel like it's not like you feel it's never better. You just have made different decisions at some point that people aren't willing to make yet. And you do not grow until you become extremely uncomfortable in decisions that you know are right, but you're going to be super uncomfortable. It's going to be painful in one way or another, and it's going to be hard. But until you do that hard fucking thing, you never fucking grow in any way. Financially, emotionally, spiritually, everything. You have to get really uncomfortable with being uncomfortable.
You know, when I moved back here, having been someone who traveled and doing certain things,
Who disappeared on your family?
okay, I came back.
I know.
I thought it was going to be really awkward to kind of get back into society because I felt like I saw everything differently. And especially people always say, you know, have you made friends who are like you, who travel and who speak other languages? I'm not interested. That doesn't interest me. Those people that know me and will always like me. I don't need people who are like me in that sense, where they think are like me. You know what I mean? I have not changed. Now they think I've changed because I've traveled and know things, know different languages. And so you need people around you. Like you need to elevate your group. I'm not interested in that. Those people are not.
You've changed. You've evolved.
Yeah. But so have you guys.
Yeah, no, and if you didn't, then
There would be a problem.
here.
Yeah.
It'd be a different thing. But no, you've changed, Shell, and you have to self-improve. Like you have to at some point be like, this shit is not working, or your continual movement.
Yeah.
I think you've always been since you left.
Yes. I came back.
I'm sorry, since you disappeared.
Yes. My wanderlust.
Yeah.
Kim gave me that word yesterday. I love that. That described me to a T. Wanderlust.
Give a quick one of how you left.
I already explained this one.
No, you just said
Yeah.
quick. Oh, you disappeared. No, she disappeared.
Oh, I told you, but I didn't tell anybody and left. That's all.
Okay.
I didn't tell anybody.
I just left.
I just left.
That's it.
And there was a story.
I'm not thinking about us. I'm thinking about the listeners who are coming on the show.
Yeah, quick story. Rochelle left when they went to college at 1920. I went to Paris. What?
You will not 1920 us.
What?
We're not that damn old.
Is that what she said?
She said 1920.
Oh, it's probably 1990.
No, she said when we went to college at 19 or 20.
Oh, yeah.
Not 19,
A
20.
blonde moment.
I have
to.
that. I was like 1920, y'all.
So-
and just so
so
that you know, I really do have blonde moments, and they happen so much more nowadays.
Mac like, okay, all right, you see me.
Go ahead. Mark.
Now, just curious, like, as an age I am now, I'm not really
How old are you?
looking for friends. I'm
How old are you?
Old enough.
old enough, yeah.
50 plus.
50s. And so I always wonder, are there really people out there our age that looking for friends, need friends?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely there are.
But I think it's about validation. I don't know because it's not me. I think they're looking for people to constantly validate them, and that's why they have so many acquaintances and people around them. I don't know. That's what I think it is.
It might be some people, but
Yeah.
let me. But here's the thing, Shell. Have you ever been lonely?
Right.
Lonely?
Have you ever been lonely? Never. You have to think about it. So you've never been lonely. You pick and choose to be alone at times.
I've been alone.
Okay,
I've never
but
been
you've never
lonely.
been lonely. There
No.
are
Yeah.
people out there that are lonely.
I can't even imagine what that. I got family and friends at any time. I mean, even
and
if
you
it's
are
for 15
blessed
years.
in that manner, but some people are not. I'm blessed in that manner. I think we all are blessed in that manner, one respect over another. But there are people out there that are really lonely.
That makes me sad. I almost want to cry because it's just I never thought
You
about
know
it.
what? Listen,
Right.
I'm dealing with a very close person in my life right now who is very lonely, and it's really hard to watch. And that person needs therapy, but it's hard to watch, and there's nothing you can really do about it.
Until
Because
they
when
make
you're
a decision.
when you're lonely, you fall into different. I don't want to say traps. You fall into.
You're desperate.
There are different things that you'll
It's
do
not
that
even
you
a
wouldn't do if you had
desperation.
somebody in your ear telling you. Because when y'all, okay, I keep saying y'all left because I was the last one. I keep saying when they left school, and I was the last one at Sam Houston. So when I was whatever, I finally left school. I went and got a job with TDCJ as a guard. When I was a guard, I was in Dayton, Texas. That's where the first prison I was. Actually, the prison anyway. But that's where I was in Dayton. I was 24, alone. I knew no one. I didn't even know my coworkers. No one. And that's how I ended up marrying who I married, the first man that I married, because I was lonely. I go to work, I come back. I'm used to being around my friends and seeing my friends all the time, being with people that love me. I'm by myself, and now here this chucklehead comes, and I'm like, oh, maybe he does love me.
And back in the day, for the young people, there was no cell phones. You couldn't call anybody outside the city you were in because it was long distance and it was super expensive.
Right. And I would call my grandmother. My grandmother would want me to call her twice a day. And I would call my grandmother twice a day. I don't care what it was. If I didn't call her, she'd get very nervous. But that was really the only, until I actually made a friend. I did make a friend there. But until I made that friend, like, I got myself into a situation that I knew that I should not have been in, but I got my kids out of it. So yeah, there are people that are lonely, that do get lonely. And anything, you fall into that trap.
But I mean, like, Kim, you had like family and people you could call.
No.
I mean, I understand the calls and stuff, but like, Cheryl, she went to Paris and
Didn't know anybody.
I know, but you don't.
You don't know her.
I know, and so I'm just trying to figure out like the same situation of the place.
No, she was alone. She was not lonely.
I know it.
She was never lonely, but I was lonely because I was so used to being with people. I didn't have an animal. I didn't have anything. It was just me, little old me by myself.
Your grandparents lived next door.
Right. And so to be away from my family, I didn't
down the
have,
street.
because like I said, I was in Dayton. So I lived in Dayton. And if you don't know where Dayton is, it's outside of Crosby, Baytown. It's in that area.
There's nothing out there. It's the country.
It's
Nothing
country.
out
It's
there.
nothing
Thank God
there.
he's a country boy.
Yeah, it's nothing. There's nothing there. So I didn't know anybody. I was literally lonely.
But it's a state of mind.
I was 24.
I love my solitude.
Shell, but everybody is not like
Right.
that. When you feel that you can, this is not me, again, it's somebody very close to me, that they feel like they have no hope, like there's no family around us, there's no family around necessarily, or family that you would spend that time with, and they just feel like life has changed so dramatically and there's nothing you can do to go back.
No, yeah, go back.
And so you're just lonely because you feel stuck. People feel stuck.
Yeah.
If you don't
It's
understand
happened.
lonely, have you ever felt stuck?
No. I leap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
but
and if you've never experienced those things, you just don't
don't
know.
get
You
it.
can't relate to
Yeah.
it.
No, I can't.
You can't
I literally
relate to
can't.
it.
I've never, I jump. I leap.
yeah, you
I-
do. But some people it's like an alcoholic, how you're drinking so much that you're keeping yourself in a repressive state, and eventually that repressive state becomes depressive, and then it gets scary. So it's kind of like that. Like you're alone, and then you're fucking lonely. How much Netflix can you watch or sports or whatever, and then
Right.
you have nobody. You don't even have an animal around.
But the social media has brought.
You're
has
right.
helped so much of that.
It has, but
look
when
how-
you're someone who's used to family, friends, people that are around you, always talking to you. Yes, you're right, Mac. I could call my grandma, but it's just my grandma. You know what I mean? I couldn't tell her my secrets. I couldn't have these belly laughs. I'm alone. Any city, a town, a small town at that, if you blinked, you're going to miss the light. I'm literally by myself. I don't know anybody because I've been sheltered all my life. So, because I was sheltered and y'all, I didn't have contact with you guys. So you're just lonely. And again, if you've never experienced that, if you've never experienced loneliness, I am truly happy for you. I'm happy for you, because to have that feeling of loneliness and boredom I slept so much because
That's a sign of depression.
if I was awake, I became depressed because I was lonely.
Yeah.
When you fall into that and you have those feelings. So I am happy for anyone that's never had to experience those feelings. I can honestly say I've never been lonely since I was 26. That's when Callie came. So
Say you had kids.
yeah.
You're like,
Once I was 26, I was, of course, never lonely.
Everybody leave the
even,
house.
But even as an adult, sometimes I feel lonely, like brief moments of loneliness because,
It's because you don't have a partner?
not necessarily because I don't have a partner. It's because it's just me and my mom, right? I shouldn't say I'm lonely with her because I do talk to her, but
yeah, but you're not sharing your life with someone.
yeah, that's true. But I have very brief, like maybe a day, maybe two. And I'll say, I literally just told this little girl this the other day, she was having a bad day. I have to say to myself, everybody has a bad day. Everybody feels a certain way. Today is your day to have that. And so once I say that to myself, go to sleep or whatever I do, usually like the next day I feel better. Like I try to snap myself out of it because I don't want to fall into a state of being depressed or state of being lonely.
No, I've suffered from debilitating depression, but that's that's a chemical
Right. Yeah,
imbalance.
so let me ask this. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Let me ask, when was the last time, and this may sound crazy, but when was the last time you actually played? Just to play for fun. Go somewhere. And I know it may look weird, an adult out on a slide or a swing, but when was the last time you actually played, and why did you stop playing? Why did we buy into, as an adult, we have to stop playing?
Because if you use the swing, the kids can't use it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason.
Get your big ass off that slide.
And then my mama would say that, girl, get your ass down, let them kids.
I think it came in stages though, because so you might have stopped going outside. Actually, Parker and I were just talking about this on the way home the other day. Like, you don't know when the lasts are going to happen. Like, when's the last time you actually hold your kid, kiss your kid on the lips? Because like, when is the last? I was like, there's going to be a lot of that in your life. You're not going to recognize it until it's gone. That's why you have to be intentional about a lot of things you do, especially with your family and friends. Be intentional about that shit, because when certain things end, it's just done.
Right. I mean,
But playing, yes, because we were talking about that because he's young. He's just 23 now. But he was gone every weekend. He went to his friend Cole's house and they played like we played. They
Right.
were outside all the time. And he was like, I don't know when that day happened. And we just stopped playing like that.
Like, when does it
Yeah.
happen and why? Like, why do we stop? Because, Matt,
It's
you play
stages.
basketball, right? Do you play basketball with your friends?
Basketball.
Still?
Yeah.
Do you wrap up your knees and ankles?
No,
Don't be.
no.
She trying to be funny.
No.
I know I'm not.
Yeah, like sometimes we would leave work and get off in the morning at 4 o'clock. We'd just go to the gym and shoot a game or two. Yeah.
And see, that's you're playing with your friends.
Yeah.
Like, it may not be the play that we
feel like
had
that's
when we were
different,
little,
though.
but I think so too. It is
Yeah.
different because you're really not outside running. You're not jumping. You're not on the
He is
swing or
running and
whatever.
jumping,
You
playing
are. I mean,
basketball.
you know what I mean. Like,
You mean
you're not
being-
outside
being
being
playful.
Playful.
Wonder that
Right.
wanderlust
Playful.
playfulness.
Yes.
Playful. Yeah. When was that?
When's the last time you skipped? Okay.
You
Girl,
know
I'm not
what?
me. You trying to be funny. Shit. Motherfucker, no, I can't fucking skip.
I feel like I do like that kind of shit by myself.
But why?
I don't know.
Why? What's
Because you
embarrassing?
feel foolish as a
Why?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when do we buy into we have to be a fucking adult and hide our joy or hide the fun? That's why, again, I don't really have a lot of friends now because
But when it's time to get silly and be stupid, we can do that in front of each other.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I do it with my daughter just to embarrass her. I turn and do kid stuff and just
But like
silly
just
stuff.
that pure joy of
Just
just,
to have
doing
fun.
it. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
sometimes, and I know a lot of people are like, "Well, how are you doing that?" I have tons of coloring books, tons of
I
coloring
have coloring
pencils.
books too.
Adult
Yeah, I
coloring
love.
I still color.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
look at
Sometimes
all
I'll
the
color a
colors.
I still
kid coloring
color.
book.
I still
I
color.
love coloring.
Yeah.
It makes me. It relaxes me, and then two.
Do you have adult
it takes
coloring
me
books?
back. I do have adult coloring books. I have kitty.
Do you color inside that one?
You have your
I
Hello
do.
Kitty book? I do too.
No, I don't have a hello. I like unicorns. What the hell? I love unicorns. Unicorns are my thing. Like
She said it was earlier though.
she did say she was a unicorn earlier.
Yeah,
yes.
because I had
Yeah.
a baby at 4.
The baby at 40.
Wow. And I have to play with Brooklyn because he's only 12, but now he don't want to play.
But do you
anymore.
play? Okay, so I said there was levels earlier, so we stopped playing, but then we started playing like spades and that kind of thing.
Right. I mean, with indoor. Okay, I know like they have in different cities. They have like play dates
They
with
do.
your spouse or your significant other. Okay, so play dates. You're going in there. You're playing big checkers or big Connect Four or whatever
Yeah.
the hell it is.
Yeah.
I've never been. Obviously, I just heard about
Girl,
it.
let's go on a date together. We can go play some big checkers.
Just like I said, I never been to cheesecake, and y'all said y'all was going to take me to cheesecake, and I still haven't
oh
gone
my
to cheesecake.
God.
But anyway,
Hold on.
Cheesecake
So-
Factory?
Never been Cheesecake Factory?
how many times I got to keep telling y'all that? Do you
You
know?
must
did we
have
talk
just
Do you
about
remember
that?
that conversation?
Yes,
I've
that
never
chicken
been.
Madeira calling your name, girl.
Man.
I have never
lettuce
been.
The
wrap.
bang bang chicken
Lettuce-
and shrimp?
And the lettuce wraps. The lettuce wraps.
Never ever been. But yes, you're right. We do it. We moved in to start playing spades and whatever else.
That's up too.
But at some point, that's probably why we're all vitamin D deficient.
No, bitch,
Because
I'm
we're not
not.
outside.
Our parents
go outside.
always doing stuff with their family and stuff. Always our parents.
Your parents.
Your mama.
Let me tell you something. When my mother, and this is something we've been talking about recently, when we moved to Texas, we took my mom out of her social circle, her family, everybody. And you met my family.
Yes, I have.
Imagine leaving all of that to come to this and not knowing anybody. Like for a kid, it's different. Like we came, we're going to make friends.
Yeah.
My mom was complete. There was no social media. I think if there was social media back then, things would be a lot different.
Because you can find
Her
your
tribe.
God.
I would absolutely. I don't really want to say this because if somebody hears,
So
it,
I
they
think my
have
mom was
idea.
lonely, yes.
And that's my point. She moved,
Yeah.
and you're by yourself, and you've given up this big family. You've given up the fun and the joy.
Yep.
Now you're by yourself, and that's what I mean. That's my point. Like you're by yourself. You're lonely. But I want to say, I don't know if I want to say it because then somebody be listening and be like, oh, let me put that together. No, I don't care because I would go. I really wish, and I had told my friend D this, I really want to put on social media like, hey, let's meet up at the park and do whatever. Obviously, I'm not going to play kickball, but let's go swing or go to a park. Dodgeball. I also love video games. Let's go play some video games. Old school video games.
Old school.
Not the new shit. The
Ooh, let's
old
do it.
school. Like,
Why can't we do that?
That's David.
I told you these are things that we need to do around this.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We should do stuff like that. And we should invite other people like to go. I want to invite people to go. Like, I'm going to be here. Come meet me. Let's play. I really think people need to. I think if people played more, I think people would be a lot happier.
You're not wrong. Like, I'm sorry.
I know I'm not wrong.
No. You remember? I remember she and I shared an apartment once, and we used to play jacks.
Yeah,
we
Just
did.
we ain't had
Yeah.
no TV. We ain't had no TV,
Yeah.
so we would play jacks. Either that or I would read to her. But it was always something that we made our own fun. And then when we found out what neighbors we had, then we played with water guns.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
see,
forgot
all
about
of
the
that.
water gun. Oh, Mark
Yes.
and what was the other guy's name?
Like
I
brothers.
forgot about that. That was fun.
And when I was with Taurus, even at our older apartments, we still played with water guns. Like, oh no, this war.
That's
We're in the
fine.
early 20s though.
Let me just
But
say this.
still, now we
For those who know who don't know, jacks is an ancient game we used to play.
Using your hands and a ball.
And your
And you
imagination.
better time it right. You better time
You sure
it
better
right.
time. I have friends now, friends that I made off social media. Tina and Monica, they were at my 50th birthday party. They have a bag of jacks. One of them has jacks, and so I don't know why, but they were
Bitch, let's go
playing.
to
One day
Dollar
I
Tree.
looked. We can. Here's my problem with jacks. One day I looked, and they were down on the floor playing jacks. They were down, just having a good time. The problem with jacks is my nails are too long. My nails are long, and I can't
Mine
grab the
aren't.
balls. Which is why I can't grab the little thingies. I can't even use chopsticks because my nails are too long. That's a different.
That's
story.
even. You know what's worse? Jacks are worse than Legos when you stuck on.
Oh,
when you
God,
step,
yes.
When you're what?
When you
Yes.
step on them.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember stepping on
yes.
it.
Oh, it is over.
Now and yeah, you're going down.
Yeah,
You're
but back
hard. Hard.
But a lot of that stuff we stopped doing, and maybe it's easier for guys. I don't know. What did y'all do?
Hold on.
Yeah, I was-
Didn't you roller skate? You told me something about you roller skating and you fell and that was it.
That was it.
Roller skate.
But see,
Yeah.
people are coming back. Adults are roller skating now. I can't again.
are.
Like the roller skating. What else do you do fun? Like,
Yeah.
how do you go out
So
and play with your friends?
It's like, listen to y'all, like, I think maybe I don't want to stereotype this, but guys may do a lot of things like this because
Yeah.
it's just natural for us. Okay, so I bowl on a bowling league. You know, every week I'm doing that. We leave there. We'll go to the bar and hang out. We play darts.
Okay,
You know.
that's cool.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I know a lot of guys that do this type of stuff that I hang out with. So I don't.
Yeah, because they don't have to take care of children. I'm just saying that.
So
I'm
that's
just
what I was
saying
gonna say. I
that.
was gonna say it's probably different roles
Maybe so.
as far as the household or whatever.
It's like the
But-
patriarchy.
Yeah, and then in that point you have to make time for it. So
You just did it.
My husband has made friends easily. Like sometimes I have a hard time keeping up with the rotation. That's how bad it is.
Oh.
Yeah. They just seem to gravitate toward each other. They're always doing stuff. They'll barbecue, eat together. They'll watch a game. They'll go play a game.
Do they? Well, we were talking about play. I was gonna say, do they talk? Do they converse?
Yeah,
Do
of
they
course.
have?
They talk like women. They be at the cafe, at the Starbucks,
Women,
like hours.
not gossiping women.
I don't know what they're doing, but sometimes I gotta ask. You on the phone with him more than.
Oh.
And I know sometimes it's an Arab thing where they have a culture where they spend a lot of time together, but it's a thing with them. He spends way more time with them than with me. We don't go out like that.
But see, like, I don't know. For me, I would love to do. I don't have to go to a bar because I'm not a big drinker. So going to play darts somewhere, going to play games, to me, that sounds fun. Again, I'm not, I drink, I socially drink, but I'm not a big drinker. So taking drinks out, removing the drinks altogether, like just play. But I mean,
Do you like friends who are more like you or friends that are more different from you when you talk
very-
about
Always
adult?
like different people.
yeah, I have
You do?
very,
Me too.
just like my music, very eclectic.
Yeah.
I love my friends.
Why? Actually, Marissa and I were talking about this the other night before y'all came. Because we grew up in the 80s and trying to explain to like our children that we came home and watched videos every day. And we watched all the videos. So whether it was metal or pop or new rap or whatever, we watched, we know all, we
Exactly.
knew all the songs
Right.
for every genre,
Right.
at
Yeah.
least top 10.
Yeah,
Now-
no, we did.
We did.
Now, for me to have grown up in the hood, Sean is my brother.
You still had the same MTV we did?
Sean and I, the last time we were together, we were singing Adam Ant. Like, y'all remember Adam Ant?
Yes.
So
Oh,
for
yeah.
us to have grown up in the hood and know who Adam Ant is or was and singing the song, like, really, I think sometimes that's why you think that I grew up in white
Yeah.
space or been around.
Yeah.
It's because of MTV, BET, but I loved MTV. I did, and he did too. So for us to have grown up in the hood, at that time it really wasn't the hood, but it was a predominantly black neighborhood. For us to have grown up like that,
it defines our generation. We were it came out in 1981, and that is about the time where you form opinions and decisions about who and what you are. And that really defined us. It really did. And I don't think the kids today have the same thing, because we all experienced the same thing at the same time at the same place.
We had the same life.
Literally.
Yeah. And see, with Brooklyn, I teach him all the old school music first, because I tell him, if you don't know where this came from, you can't appreciate what you're listening to now. So he will put on, like on Saturday mornings when I'm cleaning up, he knows all words to Earth, Wind, and Fire songs. He listens to...
Because music is bullshit now. So when they hear the stuff that we listen to, it sounds new and fresh. It doesn't sound
Smooth
like
Criminal. That's his favorite song.
Now.
The Smooth Criminal. Mama, put the Smooth Criminal on. I'm like, okay, let's put on Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal then. And remember the time?
Y'all know when I started listening to like R&B, like old school R&B, Frankie Beverly and all that, college.
Oh no, you're not wrong. Me too.
That's when I started.
It wasn't part of my culture. I wasn't.
Look how Mac looking.
It was
Would that get my black card revoked, Mac?
Damn. Maybe.
Well, I mean, that's probably about it for a lot of people, but some of my uncles, more than that, my 7, 8 in the family. But 3 of my uncles that live right down the street from me. So even in the 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, when I walked to school, I would pass by them. And they worked on cars all day.
The diamond in the back, rooftop.
Had all the oldies on. I went to Mays concert at 9 or 10 years old.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
So, that's when they were really moving, huh?
Yeah, and the tickets probably was $20 too, though.
More less.
He's doing his final tour now, Frankie Beverly. Yeah, it's coming up, his final tour. I didn't know he was still...
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just... was it me? Was it me?
He's still doing that.
My mom will tell me like, oh, when we were at PV, all these Earth, Wind, and Fire, Frankie Beverly, like all of them went through PV. She's like, we used to see those bands all the time. It's no big deal. But I don't know. Maybe she played the music and I just didn't listen, but I don't know those songs.
Who's coming through this summer?
I don't know.
I want to go. Let's go.
You know what?
Let's go to a Mace concert.
There was this thing about Black Famous where only black people know. I don't think white people know who Maze in February, but there ain't a black person
You're not wrong.
on this planet.
Our kids might not know.
Beyonce then brought her back.
Yeah.
If there was a thing on Facebook, it had a picture of a styrofoam plate. It had 2 styrofoam plates. One really small with a piece of cake on it, and another one with a piece of chicken, green beans, and potato salad. And it said, where am I?
Where am I?
Where am
you at a repast?
Yes.
You at a funeral.
My daughter grew up with an Arab dad in a household.
That was easy for her.
And I said, where am I? I mean, that's a funeral.
A funeral.
She said, that cake be good with it.
That's a funeral plate, baby. That's a repast plate. Repast. So let me ask this. As an adult, to maintain your friendship, how do you maintain it? Is it easy? Is it hard? Do you struggle maintaining your friendships? Because again, maybe this is one reason why we don't make new friends or why we don't play, because our lives, we're always doing something in our lives. Is it hard for you or easy for you to maintain a friendship?
It's easy for me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just think we're judgmental off the top because we know who we are, who we going to deal with. So you probably recognize that.
Again, sir, what did you just say? Repeat that one more time. That was gospel.
We recognize it, and we're not going to deal with it now being older, the gossip, the mess, or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it is easy because even though they don't know it, but I don't fool with you.
Ain't that the truth?
One of my biggest fears is, I don't know why I fear this for some reason. Maybe it's the after school specials. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
They drew stuff into you. I feel like
it made you think.
It made me think. Yeah. I always think like you're gonna make a new friend, you like them, and then like you come in the room and they're like doing drugs, and you're like,
bitch, are you doing coke?
I didn't know you were like, I just, you know what I'm saying?
You were like this.
I didn't know, you know what? I'm just gonna stick with the people I know.
Exactly. I ain't got time to learn nothing new. And besides, I'm old. I even forgot what you said, and it's not mine. But yeah, my friends know I have blonde moments.
Yeah, no,
and roots. And all that kind of blonde.
No, it's not easy. It's easier in that because you know yourself. You're right, and these are my boundaries, and this is what I do, and so you have to know that about me, and don't take shit personally when I say
right.
no, because I'm real good at saying I'm good.
Yeah, you are.
No, I don't want to.
And your friends
I
know,
don't feel like it,
and they know what you mean. You don't
and they're like, all right.
don't have to-
No, Shell is not like that because I've been going through some. So she's like, I don't care what you said you wanted. This is what we're gonna do. And I feel myself grabbing my
different. It's
boobs,
different,
and I'm
though.
coming like,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
yes,
that's
ma'am.
different.
It's time to go.
it's
I feel like
different.
that's different because I feel like that's Shell helping you, trying
That's
to
right.
help you.
Because she knows you're going through
You
something,
know,
so she's going.
I'm coming to get you.
Yeah.
You're going. This is what we doing, girl. Come on.
Hold on, I tell
and
you
she's
about.
gonna make sure you feel supported.
I told you about that came to the door, and her mama came to the door and opened it real quickly, and then so I was in the house, and then she knocked on Mo's door. Mo, tell her I ain't in here. Tell her I don't want.
I don't want to see nobody.
And she go,
She don't give a fuck. She comes to this door. She done already came in. I didn't even get a chance to open it all the way.
She didn't say you can't play.
She said, no,
Yeah.
open up this door.
I told you, Shell is a friend you need right now.
Yeah.
She's a friend you need right now.
She is, because when I didn't have my phone, y'all, I had some issues with my phone.
Shell is a friend.
And
you
I'd be
need.
like, when I would talk to Rochelle, I'd say, "Have you talked to Mom yet?" "Oh, don't worry, I'm going by her house. I'm going by her house. Don't you worry. I'm gonna see her." "Okay, all right." So, yeah.
and I dropped by. I
And she
haven't
gonna be
dropped by in
playing.
so long anybody's house like
Nobody.
that. Just and I got the
See,
special knock. She
does.
she knows it's me.
She does. But see, the whole thing was we got distant because I didn't have my phone. Because see, I'm her work wife. So on her way to work, every morning we talk.
them bitches.
And the first day that I did not talk to her, she came to the door like, is there a problem? Did we break up or something? Because I didn't get them in mo.
But I think when
what's
you're
going
that
on?
person, that person calls, like if someone's calling you and they're in their car and they're calling to talk to you, I think you should feel privileged because that person thought enough of you to call in their car. So I can understand why she wanted
because you know
to
what?
know
Because
that.
I feel like I have a long ass commute home, and I just want to down. I don't want to talk to fucking nobody.
You're
And
literally
the
talking to
only
me for 5 minutes at
Bitch,
least.
it's
I'm
not
5
just
minutes
you,
down the
'cause
street.
After I talk to you, who's calling me?
Parker, probably.
Thank you. Okay.
It's all relative.
Disclaimer, I love
Between
you,
the two
Parker.
of y'all be interrupting my Dateline time. I'm trying to listen to Dateline,
Girl,
just trying to listen to a story, and just
But I think that's great, Rochelle, that you call Mo or Mo you call
No, it's great.
Rochelle. I think it is,
And
because that shows that friendship. You know, I think a lot of you.
Yeah, and
Well, she and I are the only ones that can go to a store and make a complete conversation with strangers, and everybody want to be our friend. We was being each other's friend. Now y'all want to be our friend. We did it at the grocery store, at Walgreens, at CVS,
we almost picked somebody up at yesterday at Joe V's.
at the Joe V.
I know he had a pension too, girl.
He did because he was Continental.
Okay, no, for United now, girl.
United. You're right.
He said we should go by the hangar and just ask for him. His name,
hangar?
girl, his name is
Gilbert.
Shout out to Gilbert
Shout
from
out
Joe
Gilbert.
V's and the hangar at Continental.
Okay. Yes, at United.
What's Gabriel?
He was
nice looking man.
Nice looking man of a certain
looking.
age, honey. No,
No.
he's still working. He's 65. We already asked.
Yeah,
I asked
we
if he was
was all
single.
on top
He
of
said
that.
he had a wife. I said that's all
I
right.
do not want to. Oh,
No, and this is what
You
I
said
said.
what?
She said that's all right, and I said, "Go away. You have wasted my time."
Because
now.
I said, because I saw him, I went around to the produce in Joe V's, and he saw me. He smiled. I smiled back. Right?
you were touching the onion.
No, I wasn't touching nothing. My husband. I was gonna say Taliban. That's what my cousin called him. My cousin said,
Yeah, you can't say it's okay for me to say because I have black friends. You can't do that.
Yeah, that's okay. That's what my cousin called him because he Arab. He called him he told him Egyptian mafia. I said, you know, he's not from
We
Egypt,
all
right?
do not, audience. We all do not share this.
I-45 Confidential does not share the views of Miss Rochelle.
And then when I came around
Today.
to the other side, he started making a little. I was with Mo. He had. I said, "Oh, you following me around?" And then she go back over. I come over. She talking to him. I went over. I go, you know, she's single.
No wonder they took so fucking long to
No,
get
hold
over
on.
here.
No,
No wonder
that
they
is
took
not-
so long.
That is not
to
the
get
first
over
time we
here.
didn't got picked up
Y'all
in the
supposed to get
stove.
some steaks
No, Aldi's
and some butter, and come on.
Every time I go somewhere, some guy tried to pick me up, and she didn't speak any good English either.
I was about to say, where y'all going? Because there's nobody trying to pick me up.
Nobody.
never
I don't
try
want
to
to
pick
go
me
over
up
there.
either.
I don't want to go to
And
Joey's.
anytime that I'm with her and we're in the store or something, I'll tell her, "Let's go. It's time to go." And she'd be like, "See, you're going to make me hit you up in this place.
And I told you last time I didn't do it.
I didn't mean to do it. And people be looking like, are they serious or are they joking? And I'll be saying, but you tell me this all the time. I'm just getting sick and tired of this. I'm sick and tired. But we have fun every time we go.
That's
to the
a
store.
friend.
That's
You
a
can't make new
friend.
friends like that. You
You
can't
really
make.
That's
can't.
a friend.
Because
But
they don't
y'all did
understand.
make. But you know what? Y'all ain't been friends for like.
We friend adjacent. We friend adjacent.
You were friend adjacent. Y'all are friends now,
yeah.
right? So that was just 2 years ago.
Yeah, but that don't count. I've been knowing her forever.
No, but not really.
Well, I
you
know,
know
like-
who
not
she
like
was.
close.
You've met her, and you've been in the
But
same
she's
hanging out a
space.
couple
Is she
times,
close
but-
with you and at least 2 other people I know?
At least two other.
At least two.
There was at least two.
At least 2.
And they're close to. They're
Okay.
close to.
So
okay.
You know, she vetted.
She's been,
I'm fully vested. Fully vested.
fully.
So
Yeah.
let me ask this. I don't mean to cut y'all's conversation off. Please forgive me.
But feeling lonely over there.
No.
Ask question.
But this is my question. You said it earlier, Elise. Boundaries. Once you set that boundary and you have set the boundary with your friend, are there friends that can break that boundary?
No, my friends
Or-
your friends already know your boundaries. You don't have to set boundaries on your friends. They know.
So what
She
is
says,
what
can
is-
they break them, though?
What is a boundary that? Give me a boundary.
Dating my ex-husband and marrying him.
Oh God damn.
This second time today you done brought that up. I understand that. That is a boundary.
You feel some type of way about this shit? No,
You know,
you
I-
did.
What did?
As you
Yeah.
should have.
I did.
As you
As
should.
you
And
should
you
have.
could still.
The
Yeah.
betrayal is real.
It is.
Yeah.
Or if you have an older son and one of your friends sleep with your child,
Yeah.
that's a boundary breaker.
No, it depends.
Now that's bullshit, Rob.
Depends. Depends on the son. Depends on the friend.
No.
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 No, ma'am.
Because this
No.
is, you know what this reminds me of?
That's disgusting.
It reminds
Stop
me
it.
of in like the Arab countries. They say that all the women are virgins, but none of the men are virgins. So who the fuck they sleeping with? They sleeping with your sister. Oh, don't that make sense?
Yeah.
So if they sleeping with older women, who they sleeping with? Your friend?
I don't like this conversation
sure
anymore.
thought they were-
I hate it here
I
now.
sure thought they were sleeping with each
disgusting.
other. I'm sorry. I sure thought they were sleeping with each other. I did sleeping with each other. That never crossed my mind. I mean, I know
What was
we
the
all have
question?
boundaries. What is a boundary that do you allow your friends to cross? But again, you're right. Your friends know your boundaries.
Know them.
My thing
They
for
should
me,
know them. Sometimes they try to cross them though.
Yeah.
I haven't had a friend do that other than the one who married my ex-husband, but I'm just saying. And even she knew better.
Your best friend.
Yeah.
She knew better. She hid it from me. She hid it.
yeah, she
And
knew
long as
better.
she
and I had the nerve to ask her, why you hid it from me? She looked at me.
Because you're
Bitch, you know.
crazy. And you off.
I was scared, but she wasn't scared enough to not do it.
But, well, no, because, the mind wants what the mind wants. You know what I mean? You can't. We've all been crazy in love. People have started wars over love.
Yeah.
So you're in a different altered state of mind. You don't think the same way.
That's how you excuse it.
No, I know for sure that's the case.
Okay.
I know sure. Nobody chooses who they fall in love with in that sense.
Man, you've gone a lot, Shell.
I have.
Yeah, you have.
I have.
I'm talking about, yeah, you have. Just from the stories. Just from the stories.
Yes,
Just from the stories. Yeah, you have.
Yeah, no, I have.
I mean, I try not to push anybody's boundaries. I try not to, I'm
that's a
mindful of
beyond
everything.
boundary.
Yeah, that is way beyond the
that's
boundary.
building on my sacred ground.
She
Yeah.
tried it. It didn't work out though.
Guess what? That house
Burnt.
for,
Did you
for
have
those.
to burn it down?
No.
I know
So-
you did.
And I
I'm
didn't
playing.
want it even to have a demise.
Yeah.
Because what was the whole point? You know what I mean? I felt really bad when
Yeah,
the
you went
demise
through all
came.
that for nothing.
Well, I'm gonna be okay.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? But he went through it, and she had. You know what I'm saying? No matter what happens, he's still the father of my child. He's still my daughter's
She
father.
lost out.
You know,
Yeah.
and so I
Twice.
Twice, huh?
You and him.
done. Oh,
Yeah, so that's a big boundary.
As my friend,
My boundaries are simple though.
fill this in. Mine are too. Don't call me at 10 o'clock. As my fill in the
No.
blank. As my friend, not to do what? Mac.
Drop by the house unannounced.
Okay. Elise.
I'm looking at Rochelle right now.
that ain't your boundary.
As my friend, not to talk about my children, about to anybody else but me. We can discuss. You can help me if I ask you.
Okay.
Ask
me. As my friend, it's not personal. If I don't pick up the phone, it ain't personal. Yeah, it doesn't mean I don't love you in any way. It doesn't mean anything. You know that as my friend. You know that.
As my friend, it's okay to say, bitch, get out your feelings.
Okay.
You know what? I remember we had this conversation about the word bitch.
Oh, Lord. There we
She
go.
said that, but now guess what? She says it more than I do sometimes.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Okay, sometimes.
Okay. As my friend, I've already said don't call me after 10, because if you call me after 10,
That's
I
an easy
really am going to
boundary.
be pissed. But as my friend, that my love for you is true. So don't play with it. It's true. You are my friend. I love you. And I say that, I tell people all the time, I love them. And I do love people. My Facebook post every morning, or try to, I've been a little lax here lately, but every morning I say, I love you, genuinely, flaws and all, or unapologetically, because I love the essence of people. I know you, but I love your essence. I love the fact that you are here. You're here. I love that. But as my friend, you know that I truly love you.
Damn, girl. How about you end the podcast with that?
Let me just say something. My friends, they can call me at any time.
Yeah.
I may not answer.
Well,
Not
my
time
friend,
out of
don't call
10.
me after 10. Guess what? We have come to the end of another great conversation with friends, people who we love. Thank you for joining us. We ask you, listener, dear sweet listener, what is your boundary? If you're my friend, you know what? Let us know. What's the longest friendship you've had? We want to thank our friend, Mr. Mac Frank, for joining us. We appreciate it. You're always welcome.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
Again, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Bye. We have come to the end of our conversation. We certainly thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you again. Always remember that the journey of friendship is built on the path of loyalty, acceptance, and grace.